Today we're going to have a look at arrays, how we declare them, and some of the very basic operations we can do on an array. So we've got a little program here, and it starts out and declares an array called AR1 of 5 integers. Then it declares AR2 to be another integer array, no size given, but we initialize it with 2 members. And AR3, which has got 3 members, and it's initialized to 0, which, based on what we learned the other day in the previous video, says that it should be initialized to 3 zeros. Okay, so let's show how we can use subscripting to access the members of the arrays. So I set AR1 sub 0 to be 1 because it had no value associated with it. AR1 sub 1 to be 6. And then I'm going to print them out. I'm going to print out AR1 sub 0. Now that's just text. The real values over here that are the subscripts are AR1 sub 0 and AR1 sub 1. So exactly the same notation that I can use to assign a value to it can be used to retrieve the value. And it works just like any other variable, except we've got a subscript. Now I'm using elements 0 and 1 of that array, but it's got 5. So a lot of people say, well, what's in the rest of it? Well, it's memory we're not using. It has whatever was in that memory the last time somebody used it. Probably it's got zeros in it, but there's no guarantee of that. And a lot of people say, but it's not full. Like, well, can you have an egg carton that's not full? Egg cartons hold 12 eggs, but what if you ate some of them and there's only 10 eggs? So an array has a declared size, kind of like an egg container that can hold 12. This can hold 5, but if we don't use them all, that's okay. It's just space that's who knows what's in there. We treat it as uninitialized memory because we're not sure what's in there. Okay, let's take a look at the next one, which is AR2. And AR2 was initialized to 4 and 2. And I'm just going to print those out. AR2 sub 0 and AR2 sub 1 to show that it really has 42. And then I'm going to print out AR3, 0, 1, and 2 to show that they really did get initialized to zeros. So I'm just using the subscripts there for AR3, 0, 1, and 2. Let's run our program and look at the output. Okay. So it says AR1 sub 0 is 1, AR1 sub 1 is 6, which is what we did on those 2 lines right there, line 10 and 11 in the program. Now AR2 sub 0 is 4 and AR2 sub 1 is 2, and that was initialized on line 7 of the program. And now down here we print out AR3, which we initialized to be all zeros on line 8 of the program, and it prints out 0, 0, 0. So everything works exactly the way we expect it to. So that's how we can declare arrays of various sizes. This one is where it computes the size. This one is where you give it a size and then initialize it and have it add extra values of zeros in to fill it up. Down here, we're using the subscript to assign a value to it. Down here, we're using the same notation to retrieve the value and print it out. So those are the basic operations you need to be aware of to work with arrays.